Jake and Logan Paul just faced off. This fight is actually happening. As you've probably already seen, Jake and Logan Paul both posted this photo onto the social media.
It's tremendous promotion. It's tremendous promotion for something.
Then he shouldn't do it. But if he's going to sign up,
yeah,
I don't have to be the one to lose. And bro, it's like, it's me and Mike hug after.
The internet just exploded. Jake Paul versus Logan Paul is officially confirmed for March 2025. Just when you thought these two couldn't top their previous circus acts, especially after Jake's questionable showdown with Tyson, they outdo themselves with this family feud turned cash grab. But after looking deep...
Fighting next? Me?
Yeah, I'll fight you.
You would fight me?
Why not? You're tiny.
I feel like ruining my little brother's boxing career would be so...
Deeper into the real reason behind this fight, I seriously question if ethics, shame, or basic human dignity even exist anymore. And the worst part? It's another overproduced Netflix-style drama, but this time it's streaming live on Max on March 27th. Before we get into the ridiculous details, let's clear
27th on Max. It's Jake Paul versus Logan Paul.
One thing up. Logan Paul signed a partnership with Max long before Jake's legit fight with Mike Tyson. This entire event is a strategic PR masterclass designed to make Max's first major live streaming event a spectacle, drive massive traffic, and boost the platform's exposure. As Connor Burke put it, this has the Paul brothers' marketing circus written. It's all about hype, money, and manufactured drama. And like it or not, people will watch. Is this even a real...
I think we can all decipher that it isn't a fight. The fact that it's on a Thursday, the fact that all it says is HBO Max, there's no information on where it would take place. Like, you're just going to drop a poster and that's how we're going to announce that a boxing match is...
fight. Or are they just serving the internet another perfectly scripted social media soap opera? The announcement is deliberately vague. No confirmed rules, no official venue, no details on what kind of fight this even is. Boxing? MMA, WWE,
I think we can all decipher that it isn't a
bare-knuckle brawl in a backyard. No one knows. And guess what? That's exactly how they want it. Confusion builds hype, and hype builds money. ESPN sources are already throwing shade, suggesting this might not even be a legitimate fight. Instead, it could be some half-baked reality series designed to keep fans guessing, waiting for a big reveal that never actually happens. Let's be honest, the Paul brothers don't sell fights, they sell drama. They know people love controversy.
Who are you fighting next?
Everybody.
Me?
Yeah, I'll fight you.
You would fight me?
Why not? You're fucking tiny.
I'm taller than you.
And what's messier than two millionaire brothers pretending to punch each other for clout? And we can't ignore the elephant in the room, Jake Paul's recent fight with Mike Tyson. That Netflix event broke records, but was it real? Many believe it was a carefully scripted performance that made Jake look like an unstoppable warrior. Now they're recycling the exact same formula, proving once again that spectacle, not sport, is their true business model. Swap out Tyson for Logan, Netflix for Max.
I feel like ruining my little brother's boxing career would be so bad. And me?
Same formula, different stage. But here's what doesn't add up. Why now? If these two ever wanted to fight, why didn't they do it years ago when they were supposedly beefing for real? Simple, there was no money in it back then. Now, after years of faked rivalries, viral antics, and carefully manufactured hype, they know people will buy into whatever they sell. This isn't about proving anything. It's about squeezing every last penny out of their brand. And honestly, at this point, it doesn't even matter if the fight is real. They've already won. The internet eats this stuff up, whether people...
On the Misfits card, KSI's event promoted the fuck out of your fight against Nate Diaz. The Zone was not allowed to promote the Prime card? That's ridiculous. Whose ass was that? It was Nikisa's dude. Nikisa's on your team. He's not on Team Paul. He's on Team Jake.
The answer is simple. There was no money in it back then. Now they've built enough hype.
People believe it or not. Hate watchers, superfans, skeptics. It's all the same. The Paul brothers have mastered the art of turning online chaos into cold, hard cash, and somehow we all keep falling for it. And the funniest part? People are actually out here debating whether this fight is real. Like we didn't just witness the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson circus a few months ago. That fight was hyped as the biggest sporting event of the year, until people started questioning if it was just another perfectly scripted show. In Texas history, the fight aired on Netflix in November 2024, and the second it ended, everyone had the same reaction. Wait, was that even legit? This wasn't some underground conspiracy theory. Major analysts, former boxers, and millions of fans were side-eyeing the whole thing, watching replays in slow motion, trying to make sense of what they had just seen. And let's be real, something felt off. Mike Tyson, a 58-year-old man who hadn't fought professionally in 2 decades, stepped into the
Mike Tyson just made a bag off of this Jake Paul fight. And I speak for everybody when I say that this was the most rigged fight I've ever seen.
ring against a prime 28-year-old Jake Paul, and people were supposed to believe this was a fair fight. Tyson, the same guy who used to obliterate opponents before the audience even settled in, suddenly struggled to land a clean shot. And then
Tyson really went in there, threw about 4 or 5 jabs and said, all right, I'm done. I just got the bag and I don't even care what happened.
Conveniently, just
We're
as
talking
Jake
about
needed
Mike
his big
Tyson,
moment,
a 58-year-old
magically
man
ran
who
out of
hadn't fought
gas.
professionally in 2
If that
decades.
doesn't scream Hollywood
Stepping into the
script, I don't know what does. Sure, the numbers were massive. 65 million concurrent viewers, Netflix's biggest live event ever. But was it a real fight, or just another perfectly staged performance? The Tyson fight became Netflix's biggest live streaming event ever, pulling in $18 million in Texas alone. But let's not pretend numbers equal legitimacy. WWE sells out stadiums too, and we all know what's happening there. Tyson's punches were slower than usual, his movement looked unnatural, and let's be brutally honest, if this had been 1995 Tyson, so how does Jake handle the backlash? With the oldest trick in the book, distraction. He suddenly announces a fight against his own brother. The logic. If you thought my fight with Tyson was fake, well, I definitely wouldn't rig a fight with Logan, right? That's the kind of reverse psychology casual fans fall for every single time. But here's the real question. Why does he even need to prove his
Saying to the feedback on the fight that you're getting?
I'm not saying anything.
Nothing.
I don't need to say anything. You know, the people who understand the greatness of it and, you know, have their own lives and are happy with themselves, they're going to just show respect and show praise. It's the haters who are jealous and don't have anything going on in their sad and miserable lives, and they want to bring
fights are real. If the Tyson fight wasn't staged, why not just ignore the critics instead of scrambling to stage a family boxing match to regain credibility? This isn't new behavior. The Paul brothers have been playing this game for years. Back in 2022, Logan made a huge spectacle about wanting to fight Conor McGregor. He knew McGregor wouldn't take him seriously, but that wasn't the point. The goal was to generate headlines and milking.
What do they want? They just want me to lose. That's the only way they would have thought it was entertaining.
I think there's a world where some people definitely wanted you to knock out Tyson.
Engagement. Same with Jake and Andrew Tate. Months of social media drama, dramatic call-outs, endless back and forths, and then nothing actually happened. Different year, same playbook. And that's the formula. Start fake controversy, let the internet explode, then quietly move on once the hype dies down. The McGregor and
it's all sweet here, you kept your mouth shut, you did. I thought we were going to get the fight down.
Tate fights were never meant to happen. They were just stepping stones in the Paul brothers' never-ending marketing playbook. But now, the internet has had enough. This so-called fight isn't fooling anyone. From sports analysts to boxers, MMA fighters, and even other YouTubers, the reaction has been brutal. Nobody is buying it. And it's not just random Twitter trolls.
Did you think the best course of action was for that?
You were giving all this stain of this, stain of that. You f***ing control with the WWE as well. But don't be giving all this mega stip.
I didn't hear the last 5 seconds.
That was in the air for us. Yes, bring it home for me.
It's 8 a.m. How?
This is the real deal, yeah? In front of you, you know that.
Actual legends of combat sports are openly roasting this entire stunt. MMA fighters and professional boxers are calling it the most obvious money grab in sports history, demanding to know why Jake refuses to fight real competition. And that's a fair question. This guy built his reputation on fighting retired UFC fighters who had already checked out of the game. Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, Nate Diaz. Now, instead of finally facing a real boxer, he's going up against his own brother in yet another carefully scripted spectacle.
I'm okay with fighting my brother because I wouldn't have to be the one that dealt with losing. So, seriously. So, like, emotionally, if that would scar him, then he shouldn't do it. But if he's going to sign up, I don't have to be the one to lose. And, bro, it's like, it's me and Mike hug after.
Fighting his own brother isn't competition. It's content creation disguised as a boxing match, and people see right through it. When fighters, analysts, and fans all agree on something, that tells you everything you need to know. This isn't about settling a sibling rivalry. It's about cashing in while they still can. The hype
I think they get a bad rap. They do a lot of this stuff for the clout and the camera. I'll watch.
Around influencer boxing is dying, and the Paul brothers know it. This fight isn't about proving who's the better boxer. It's about squeezing out one last massive payday before people finally stop caring. But here's where it gets interesting. Even when everyone calls them out, they still win. They thrive on controversy. Hate watching still counts as a view. People tweeting about how ridiculous this fight is. That's just free advertising. The more the internet trashes it, the more attention it gets, the more people tune in, and the more money they make. Even with Jake Paul hyping it up, this fight is still in doubt. But one thing's for sure, the circus isn't over yet. Stay tuned to see how it all unfolds.
But here's where it gets interesting. Even when everyone calls them out, they still win. They thrive on controversy. Hate watching? Still counts as a view. People tweeting about how ridiculous this fight is? That's just free advertising. The more the internet trashes it, the more attention it gets, the more people tune in, and the more money they make. Even with Jake Paul hyping it up, the fight is still in doubt. Subscribe to see how it all unfolds.